idea that you would have a great food and beverage place to be here makes total sense for this downtown. And the idea that people say, well, maybe there's not as much crime because there's not enough happening. Exactly. So come make stuff happen. Come give us something to talk about with it, and we'll be happy to work with businesses. We just opened our Masonic Sports Court. We keep people on staff there all day for when those gates are open. The city is very aware of its public safety needs and what it needs to do to ensure safety. We are challenged in this city constantly by negativity about that. And that's okay, and we need to recognize that. We need to always do better. But every dial that we look at in terms of crime, in terms of what things are happening, is going in the right direction, but it isn't enough. We want to half every one of those again in the next few years, and then we're going to be on the top of every good list instead of being where we don't want to be, which is at the top of bad lists with that. The perception of that, I think, drives a lot of things, Jay, and I think, unfortunately, in our community, we gravitate toward that. But the truth of the matter is, where and how crime is committed is something we do understand a whole lot about, and something we can do more about, but it's going to take two things in addition to good policing that we already have. When people say things, well, you just need more police. A policeman doesn't know where the next domestic crime is going to be committed. A policeman doesn't know when the next acquaintance crime will be committed, and that's what we see, Jay. We're not seeing random things. Unfortunately, these are people who know each other at least at the acquaintance level, and that can be from negativity like drugs, it can be domestically, and it can be beefing. Young people fighting over very little things. Those things have to be taken on. Here's what we have to do. One, we have to identify those folks who repeatedly commit crime and quit allowing them to be on the street, bailed out the same day, and committing a worse crime while they're out. That's number one. That isn't a city issue and it isn't a police issue. That's going to take the whole community because of number two. The community. We have to stop the code of the street. It's killing young folks. The code of the street is the worst possible way we could try to deal with this. And so that takes building trust in communities and doing new things that we're continuing to try to do, because we need the community to come forward and say what they know, who, what, when, and where. After all, our officers have a 90% plus solve rate in the most serious crimes, homicides. So 34 homicides in 2021, 12 last year. That's a huge percentage decrease. 12 homicides, way too many for this city this size. How and where and which driving those homicides, I just outlined the things I think we can do to stop that. But the idea that there's just random crime and we're dangerous because some rating that uses a future algorithm says so, come on. That's not how stats work. And that's what we need to be focused on. The good things that are happening, are we moving in the right direction, and how we double down on that.